medallion here. I want to.
Which one?
This
one?
This one right here.
The one with the picture or
this one right here.
Okay, the gold one.
Let's talk about that.
Yes,
there,
yes, this right here.
I'm
gonna zoom in. That's the Pope official right there. So it's a lot in this name and the picture. It definitely represents the music project that I know we're gonna talk about later once that gets going. But in terms of just we mentioned the imagery and these themes keep coming up, and pride, because one thing I wanted to do to first of all explain the term is Pope official, which is actually just the pronunciation of a word that would be port official if I was saying port, but it's pronounced Pope because a lot of times in Gullah Geechee culture, West African, you won't hear that R sound, that hard R sound on some words. Same way with door, you will hear do. They close the door, especially in the South. But anyway, I wanted to do something that basically created a greater pride movement in the area. And I know that by making people who feel good and feel better about themselves have the opportunity to take that energy and turn it into the physical manifestation of good things. So I just, as simple as that, I want people to love themselves, love this city, love who and what they are and can be. And that's really everything. It. That's really it, man. That's what Pope official. So we took port, put it with official, and combine them together. Again, that creativity, hip hop, we just gonna make things happen, right? That's that Pope official. And so I know that once it's the project is complete and we start putting it out there, I know people are going to embrace it and it's gonna do what we needed to do.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Talk about this one right here.
And then the other one and you asked me about people who help to make me the foundations of Kush. That if it's not clear, it actually says the thrill lady, and that's my grandmother, right? That's my mom's mom, who definitely was a strong matriarch in my family. Her energy, who she was. To explain the term thrill lady, every city that I know of, one of the treats for people growing up in the city is freezy cups. And if you go to different cities, they call those little freezy cups ices, right? In Savannah they're called thrills, because when the kids eat them and enjoy them, it's like, hey, I just had this thrill. So then the person who sells you the thrills is the thrill lady. So no doubt. So my grandmother, when she retired, she worked for years and years in the sugar refinery, as did a lot of people in that generation. When she retired, a way to make a little money, and also be an influence in the community, because
she was probably preaching and ministering. She was a Madia, she was a Madir, she was a Nana, all of that. So for some of you who watch this, that if you watch this, Madia, you've seen Tyler Perry. That is an old black Americana type of homage towards black women who were the soul leaders in our family. We call them Madia, or we call them Madir, or we call them Nana or Big Mama. So just in case you didn't know, that's not just a movie. That's just not a character in a show. There is history, black history behind that.
Absolutely. So all of that, and then with my grandmother, seeing that strength, man, so many things. Woo! If I could talk about Gladys, but my grandmother was just the truth in terms of making sure you did things the right way. I can remember her one of the stories that's etched in my mind. I'm outside. I'm 8 years old. My mom is like, hey, all of y'all jokers better get up and help me rake this yard. So we go outside. My brothers, I'm the youngest, so some of my older brothers are like, oh, man, I just been out. Either maybe they were out partying or working. I don't know. But, of course, they don't want to move. So I'm out there because my mom say something. I'm jumping. What she needed me to do because I'm scared. Huh? You all right? So my mom, and definitely, my mom's on the phone. I guess she was on the phone with my grandmother. So my grandmother's like, hold up, who you asking that many times to do something? Like, them big old jokers you got in your house and you got to keep asking them to do. So, hey, I'm outside. I'm like, man, my mom was talking to my grandma. I'm like, I'm just doing this work. While probably like 30 minutes into it, I see the bus come past. Bus door opens. It's my grandmother coming off of the bus. And she's like, where is so and so and so at?
It's a wrap.
Just that left such an impression on me. Like, I'm not playing. Like, this
I'm not playing with you. So
you're going to respect.
It was one or two extremes. There were one of two extremes. Either you gonna get the beat down, real talk, or you gonna get mad nurturing. But it wasn't no gray ever. Okay, so you gonna get the nice little chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, for sure. The thrill of going back to her house,
rub your back down, all that kind of stuff. But trip, mess around and find out you gonna get beat down.
Man, and she was sweet too. I can remember times. Probably I was like 6 or 7. I might have been home by myself when I was in the bed. But people working or whatever, and I would be, like afraid. You're a young kid, different. And I called my grandmother. She's like, "Baby, it's gonna be all right. You good." Blah blah blah. So all of those things, and I wanted to really just encourage everybody to start putting your people, your ancestors, your people in your family who you love, make art,
so
that
beautiful.
They're celebrated, and you can see so they can see
and
it.
These beads right here, y'all. I just want to keep it real. These are like. Are these glass?
The guy who did it, I think some of them are glass on this particular one. I'm not sure, but they are definitely heavy.
This is beautiful. Look at that.
He put it in a frame, put the picture in it, and again, it's just a way to celebrate.
Isn't that awesome?
Your family members,
I love that. And
it be a working memory for you to remember their legacy, and for us to strive to keep the great things that they did in life in place, man. Like that's important, man.
You remember when we were back in the
African
80s?
medallion? That's also what I'm trying to bring back.
I got a bracelet my dad brought back from a business trip. Like I don't even know what 1980 it was.
Okay.
And it was made of leather. And then I still have it. It's in there. So it's like. It's got beads. It's got the red, the black, and the green. Sissy.
Yes.
It's got it all. I know everything. Yeah. I got my music.
Okay.
But yeah, so I just think that is dope.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, if we can just really honor. Now, keep in mind, we honor them, but we are not them.
Definitely.
So we have taken what they've taught us. We honor what they taught us. We are descendants of their fight. And so we just carry on the same torch. We take that baton and run.